Dear children, how are you? I hope that you are very fine. Good morning to all. Now we have social science section. Now we see that the condition of this 18th lesson. That is, the title of the lesson is the Constitution of India. So in the previous class we have learnt what is Constitution, why is it important for us, okay ma? And we see that preamble to the Constitution also. That is, a constitution refers to the basic principle and laws of nation. It determines the powers and duties of the government and determining fundamental duties of the people also. Do you know ma? Can you remember it? The fundamental means essential and main laws for ruling India. So the constitution is very important for us. So the constitution, when the British ruled India, they made the laws for India. So British made the laws for India means it is very benefit to the British only, not for us. So the freedom struggle, the leaders sacrificed their life. After, in 1946, a special Constitution Assembly was formed and discussed each part, each line and each word of the new Constitution. They took how many years more? Very good. That is 3 years to complete this work. But at last, they created an excellent constitution for the new India. New India means after independence India. Okay, ma? So, we got the independence on 1947, August 15th. Then 1948, 49, 50, we follow the British rule only. After 1950, India began to follow the new constitution from 26 January 1950. This is why we celebrate Republic Day on 26 January every year. Okay ma? Why we celebrate Republic Day? Because we begin to follow the new constitution. Okay. This constitution made by our Indian leaders. So we follow the new constitution from 26 January 1950. This is why we celebrate Republic Day on 26 January every year. Okay ma? Okay, fine. Now listen here. Then after we see that the preamble to the constitution. Preamble means, do you know ma? An introduction to the constitution. The preamble to the Indian Constitution has wonderful words. They tell us what kind of country the Constitution Assembly wanted India to be. So the preamble to the Indian Constitution has wonderful words. That preamble words, wonderful words also, in the previous class we have learned. That is, we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and secure to all its citizens. Citizens means peoples, justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. These are the important preamble to the Constitution. So in the last class we have learned this preamble and its explanation also. Okay, ma? So, India's constitution, that means the preamble to the Indian constitution has wonderful words. Okay, today we will see that condition to that. Okay, ma? Shall we start? Okay, fine. Now listen here. First of all, we see that guiding principles. What is guiding principles? That is, now see here, ma. The constitution has guidelines or instruction. Constitution has not only laws, it gives some guidelines or some instruction to help governments. These are called directive principles of the state policy. So, what is directive principles of state policy? That is a guiding principles. This constitution has some guidelines or some instruction to help governments how to rule our country. Okay, ma? How to rule our country, how to help the people of India. Okay, so these guidelines are called directive principles of the state policy. Okay, do you understand? So it is not a rules. This directive principles of state policy is not a rules. Constitution means it has rules, and directive principles means this constitution gives some guidelines or some instruction to help governments. There are several directive principles. The directive principles are not laws. It is not a rules. Constitution book included fully rules. Rules means that is a laws, and also it gives some guiding, some instruction to help government how to rule our country, how to protect our people. Okay, ma? So there are several directive principles. The directive principles are not laws. First of all, you understand that. It is very important. The directive principles are not laws. It is guidelines only. This constitution gives some guidelines. This constitution means that is fully laws, and this constitution also gives some guidelines to the government. These guidelines are called directive principles. So these directive principles are not laws. Can you clear it, ma? Okay. This government have tried to follow the directive principles. Okay. This government have followed the guideline of the constitution. Some important directive principles. What are some important directive principles? There should be equal pay for the first point of the state policy is there should be equal pay for equal work for both men and women. To give equal pay. Anybody working? Both of them working in equal work. So you give money to both equal money. If it is men or women, there is no problem. Both work means equal work means to give equal money for both of them. That is the directive principles, the first line. Second, help should be given to people who are old, sick, disabled, unemployed, or in any other serious needs. Help should be given to the people who are old and sick, disabled. Disabled means not able to walk, not able to see, not able to hearing. So these persons are called disabled person. So help them. First of all, give this help to the old, sick, and disabled, unemployed, or in any other serious needs, first of all need to help the government. These guidelines order the government to help should be given to people who are old, who are sick, disabled, unemployed, not work. Unemployed means not any work or in any other serious need. Means go and help. Okay, so this constitution give guidelines to the government. Okay, ma. Then that point, help should be given to weaker and backward sections of our society so that they may improve educationally and economically. Okay, help should be given to weaker, those who are very weak. Weaker means not how many. Okay, so weaker but not have money or unhealthy person, and backward section of our the society, those who are belong to backward of our society, so that they may improve educationally and economically. Those who belong to very backward section, their peoples only, first of all the government help them for improve them by giving the education and help them economically, financially to help them. Okay, then fourth point, nutrition and public health for Indian citizens should be improved. Nutrition and public health of Indian citizen, the people of India, should be improved. Okay, ma. Then the environment, forest and wildlife of the country should be protected and improved. That is the environment. Our environment should be cleaned well, and forest and wildlife means the animals, wildlife, the wild animals and forest and our environment of the country should be protected and improved. We protected the animals, not only human beings, we protect all other animals. Okay, ma'am? Then monuments, places and objects of historic objects interest should be protected. That is, we studied that material and non-material heritage. Material heritage included these monuments and historic, artistic painting. Okay, and historical, very famous architecture, sculpture, that should be protected because that is our material heritage. Okay, so these constitution have some of the guidelines due to the government to protect our citizens in different ways. Okay, ma? That is, we see that directive principles. So what are the directive principles? That is, we see that now the first directive principle, the first point is there should be equal pay for equal work for both men and women. Okay, equal pay, that is equality. All the citizens are equal before the law. If there is rich or poor, that is no problem. Different religions, that is no problem. Give equal pay to all the peoples. If they are working in equal work means give to equal pay, equal salary give to the people. Okay, that is directive principle, first point. Second, help should be given to people. If our peoples are old, sick, disabled, unemployed, means that's a problematic. They are very suffer. So need to help the people. And help should be given to the weaker and backward sections of our society. First of all, give help to weaker and backward sections of our society so that they may improve educationally and economically. Help them the backward section. Give help to give education and economically means financially. Okay, ma? Then fourth point, give to the citizens. Help should be given to the weaker and backward sections of our society so that they may improve educationally and economically. Okay, ma? This is the third point of directive principle. Then fourth one, nutrition and public health for Indian citizens should be improved. Yes, nowadays the health for Indian citizen is very important. So give now nutrition food and public health for Indian citizens should be improved. Then the environment, forest and wildlife of the country should be protected and improved. Okay, the environment, forest and wildlife of the animals also should be protected and improved. That so that growth of these wild animals also should be improved. Okay. Then important material and non-material heritage, that is monuments, places and objects of the historic, artistic should be protected. These are the some directive principles. So these directive principles are not law, they are only guidelines. Okay, ma? Nowadays the government also try to follow these directive principles. Okay, now we see that fundamental rights. What is that fundamental rights? India has great diversity in its population. That is, the men, women, and children of India are rich and poor, speak numerous different languages, belong to many different castes and religions, and also live in various different regions. Our constitution gives to all the citizens 6 fundamental rights. That's we know. That is, now listen here, ma. India has great diversity. What is diversity? Diversity means very different. Variation, different. Not all the people of India speaks in same language. So the people of India speaks different languages, several languages. Tamil, English, Malayalam, Hindi, Gujarati, Assami, Punjabi, so many languages. And also food habit also different. North Indians mostly used, that is wheat. Southern Indian and east part of India mostly use rice. And the Rajasthan, that state, that people eat mostly millets. So the food habit is also different. Food habit, traditions, culture, different festival. So India has great diversity in its population. So great in variation, different in several areas. India is a very huge country, but several differences. But we are united. However, these differences, we are united. We are proud to say we are all Indians, isn't it, ma? That men, women, and children of India are rich and poor, speak numerous different languages, belong to many different castes and religions, and also live in various different places. Our constitution gives to all the citizens. Constitutions not at all give to particular people only. It gives all the citizens six fundamental rights are given for citizen. This fundamental, what is meaning the fundamental? We have learned. Fundamental means essential and most important. What is meaning of fundamental? Fundamental means essential and more important. Okay, these fundamental rights are essential and important rights that people must have in a democracy. These fundamental rights are essential and important rights that people must have in the democracy. What is democracy? So, this government is selected by our people. We only selected our leader. We only selected our government. That is a democracy. So the fundamental rights are essential and important rights for the all the people of India. Okay, now what are the important fundamentals? So in the next class, okay, I tell that right to equality, the important fundamental, six fundamentals, that is right to equality, and second right to freedom, and third right against exploitation, fourth one right to freedom of religion, and fifth one cultural and educational right, sixth one right to constitutional remedies, right to constitutional remedies. These are the fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution. Okay, ma'am. So these are the fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution. Okay. So in the next class, we will see that each fundamental rights with the explanation. Okay, ma'am. So the next class we will see that. Today I will give some questions. You copy it neatly. Okay, fine. Thank you, ma'am.